Hello, good morning, friends. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on the location or the country you are hearing me from. Here, once again, I'm to share or take a teaching that I've taken before, how to acquire and grow in wisdom, part 5. I've taken 1 to 4, and so today I want to look at part 5. I trust God, you know, that the series you have had so far, you have been blessed through them. And today again, I trust God as well that you will be much more blessed through it. Again, we look at the question, what is wisdom? What is wisdom? It's accumulated philosophic or scientific learning. Accumulated philosophic or scientific learning. Wisdom is accumulated philosophic or scientific learning. In other words, what does this mean? Uh, Learning that, philosophers that have acquired in the field of philosophy, in the field of sciences, in the field of economics, in the fields of engineering, and name it, and so on and so forth. So, philosophic learning, accumulated philosophic learning, philosophic and scientific learning. But I put a condition that it must be good for all. It must be good for all, either philosophic, or whichever way of learning, scientific learning, name it, all manners of learning. One condition is that it must be good for all. It must benefit others, not only in your philosophic way, not only in your scientific way, or whichever way, but let it bring benefits to others. So again, what are the lessons we need to learn? Number one, maintain honesty and truth. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Maintain honesty and truth. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. If you want to grow in wisdom, maintain honesty and truth. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. So maintain honesty and truth. If you want to grow, if you want to acquire and grow in wisdom, maintain honesty and truth, because it is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25. So put away all falsehood and tell your neighbor the truth, because we belong to each other. Put away falsehood and tell your neighbor the truth, because we belong to each other. Put away falsehood. Tell your friends the truth. Tell your colleagues the truth. Tell your neighbor the truth. Tell your associates the truth, because we belong to each other. So, number one point is that maintain honesty and truth, because honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Number two, avoid self-imposed wisdom. Avoid self-imposed wisdom. Don't be, don't block yourself by your own mindset alone, by your own opinion alone, and you don't want to listen to others' idea, listen to others' suggestions. So avoid self-imposed wisdom. Colossians chapter 2, verse 23. This rule may seem wise because they require strong devotion, humility, and service, bodily discipline, but they have no effect when it comes to comparing a person's evil thought and desires. So avoid self-imposed wisdom that will not allow you to imbibe other people's knowledge that are good, counsel that are good, advice that are good, wisdom that are good. Don't be too opinionated on your own side. Don't think that you have come to the climax and you don't need to learn anything again from other people. Number three, acknowledge and appreciate others' contributions in your life. Acknowledge and appreciate others' contributions in your life. When people contributed into your life, acknowledge them, appreciate their efforts, appreciate their contributions, appreciate their supports, appreciate and acknowledge their assistance. For example, for when you write books and you make consultations to other books, it is the standard is that in your you acknowledge the people that you used their knowledge, their material, in the book you have written, and even some quotes you need to acknowledge. So also to acquire and to grow in wisdom, acknowledge and appreciate those that has contributed into your life. Another number four, admit your mistakes and take responsibilities for your action. Admit your mistakes and take responsibilities for your actions. When you are wrong, admit that you are wrong. When you did something and maybe that was not the intention that you did it, but at the end of the day, it was discovered that it was not okay. Humble yourself and admit you are wrong. Accept your mistakes. Stand in responsibilities. Stand in responsibility in your actions and your inactions. Don't say that you are always right. That is not wisdom. Wisdom requires that when you are wrong, accept that you are wrong. Another thing is that number five, walk in wisdom in your relationships. Walk in wisdom in your relationships. As you walk with people, as you relate with people, relate with them with wisdom in your relationship. Again, we look at the Bible, the book of Colossians, let us look at chapter 4, verse 5, Colossians 4, verse 5. Live wisely among those who are not Christians and make the most of every opportunity. Live wisely among those who are not Christians and make the use of every opportunity. So walk in wisdom in your relationships, walk in wisdom in your associations, walk in wisdom in your dealings, walk in wisdom in every aspect of your life. It is very important. It is very necessary if you want to acquire and if you want to grow in wisdom. So walk. And another point number 6, review your review your skills and sales value. Review your skill and sales value. Review, take time to review these directions that I'm going. How is this selling? Review it. Your skill, your say value, how is selling? In other words, ask questions and see how you can upgrade yourself always. Ask questions and see how you can upgrade yourself always. Upgrade yourself to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn, in skills, in crafts, in acquisitions, in study, in learning, so many other things. You study, you upgrade yourself, that you are not always on the same level in your knowledge. Don't be static in knowledge. Upgrade. It could be by formal setting, that is through the four walls of a school, or through an informal setting, whichever way, but you need to upgrade yourself. It is relevant. Another thing is that you can be identified and sorted out. Wisdom can help you to be identified and be sorted out. You can be identified and you can be sorted out through wisdom. You can be identified and you can be sorted out through wisdom. So take note that wisdom can sort you out and wisdom can identify you. And we saw an example in Genesis chapter 41, verse 39, how Joseph was identified. Even when he was in prison, wisdom identified him, and he was sorted out. And at the end of the day, he became second in command in the land of Egypt, according to the Bible. So take note that if you operate in wisdom, you can be identified. It doesn't matter where you may be, and you can be sorted out. And another point which you also need to take very important, number 8, is that your effort alone is not enough. Your effort alone is not enough. Don't bank only on your efforts. Don't bank only on your knowledge. Don't bank only on your understanding. Don't bank only. Your effort alone may not be all that you require. You may apply all the applications of wisdom, but take note also that you need something more than that. You need that. And let us look at Psalm 127. He said, unless the Lord builds a house, the work of the builder is useless. Useless the Lord protects a city, guarding it with sentries will do no good. It is useless for you to work so hard from early morning until late at night, anxiously working for food to eat. For God gives rest to his beloved, to his loved ones. Children are a gift from the Lord, they are a reward from him. So you may apply all the wisdom, but take note that your wisdom is not enough. You still need the help of God. You still need the guidance of God. You still need the direction of God. You still need the leading of God. You still need the instruction of God. Once again, I want to appreciate you for giving audience, listening to me. I also want to, say this, that you can share this teaching. You can share to bless as many that they can reach, bless as many that they can bless all over the world, so that it becomes better. Because one of the focal points of wisdom is that wisdom must be for the benefit of all. Good wisdom must be for the benefit of all, not bad wisdom, not wisdom that are evil. Wisdom, right wisdom from God must be for the benefit of all. Again, God bless you, God keep you, God preserve you. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed in the presence of the Lord.